Hi everyone, my name is Mirhana Esasnaji from BS Math 2A. Hi everyone, on this video I will going to discuss the 5 distinct register, NordKIS 2018. They already discussed the other parts or types of distinct register by NordKIS 2018, which is the frozen, formal, consultative, casual, and intimate. So on my parts, I will discuss the casual and intimate. Casual. This casual register is a type of register wherein you try to use this one as in a daily basis, a daily case-to-case basis, and a daily basis. So casual is common among all distinct register, so the way how you talk to your friends is the same way of how to talk to other people, especially those who are very close to you. So you are using a certain colloquial words, a certain informal words. This is what we call casual. So it is used when they are with friends, close acquaintances, and coworkers and families. Like for example, birthday party and backyard barbecue. So there is a common, like in the Philippines, we say buyers when you want to leave. And they say goodbye, you just say buyers. That is very casual in nature. Lastly is intimate. It reserves special occasions, usually between only two people and often in private. So from the word intimate, intimacy, there is a relationship. There is a close relationship between two, three, or four people. Intimate register is basically more of partners, meaning this is a type of communication, is basically more of close language that is utilized in a close to family members with an intimate people, like the husband and wife, the boyfriend and girlfriend, the siblings, and the parents in children, even to your pets. So this is a very personal and private conversation, communication, like for example, an inside joke between two college friends, or a word whispered in a lover's. Another example is that the call sign of your parents to each other, like darling, honey, that is an example of intimate. So next, we will be discuss the language register, which is the formal language register, informal language register, and neutral language register. But on my part, I will be focused on formal language register. So let's define first what is formal language register. It is more appropriate for professional writing and letters to a boss or a stranger. It is impersonal, meaning it is not written for a specific person and without emotion. So, in formal language register, I want you to remember these are classification of register that is more appropriate for professional. So, for example, business letters, letters of complaint, reports, official speeches, announcement, professional emails, research, essays, and papers. Okay, now let's proceed to the rules in formal writing. Number one rules is do not use construction. Like do not use can't instead of saying cannot. Don't say haven't, you say have not. Don't say isn't, you say is not. So in formal writing, separate these two words. Rules number two. Spell out the numbers less than 100. So if it's beyond 100, you have to use figures. But if it's below 100, you have to spell out in words. So instead of figure 19, you say word 19, 78, and 6. Remember, in formal writing, if it's less than 100, you have to spell out the numbers in words. Rules number 3. Write in third person point of view. Avoid using I, we, you, and us. So if you happen to see these pronouns in writing articles, this is not belong to the formal writing. So there are personal perspective like I, we, you, and us. So this is become bias because that is only through the person, so that it is objective by the nature, so you can say you in the third person. Fourth rules, avoid using too much passive verbs. Passive, the bone was eaten by the dog. Active, the dog ate the bone. When we say passive verb, these are the condition in sentence where the object is being emphasized. That is the or of action. If you look at the sentence, the bone was eaten by dog. On active, the dog ate the bone. So in formal writing, we avoid using passive sentences, just like the bone was eaten by the dog. So now, how do you know that a sentence is passive? Once it has a by phrase, like the by dog, once you see by the, and then there is a linking verb. I know auxiliary verb like was, eaten, had, been, through, is spoken, that kind of construction. They call passive. So do you have informal writing? Do you have to write it in active form? Fifth, rules, avoid using idioms, exaggeration, hyperboles, and cliches. Awesome, okay, check it out. So those are very colloquial by nature. Like for example, it's training cats and dogs. So in formal writing, you don't use this because that is true in nature. Six rules, they avoid abbreviation and acronyms. So like National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, and Department of Education, DepEd, there is nothing wrong in the use of acronyms. However, never introduce an acronyms in a sentence without introducing what they mean. So NASA and DepEd, the first introduction should have to spell them out before you will using acronyms. But as much as possible, once they are repeated, you can use acronyms and application. However, if there is really need, you need to spell them out. 7 rules. Do not start sentence with words like and, so, but, also, because they are overused. So there are some good transition words and phrases to use in formal writing. So instead of saying and, you say moreover or in addition. So instead of saying but, you say however, you say it also. Also, you say as a result of, although, and additionally. So there are many ways on how to use these words. 8 rules. Write incomplete sentences. So avoid using fragments, and when we say fragments, they do not have either subject or verb. Last rule, write longer, more complex sentences. So avoid using simple sentences. You can vary your sentence in formal writing.